this is the way it's working with the two-man team, Victor Allen and I. And, just getting this going sometimes turns out to be a major hurdle. In fact, hold on.
Wait.
I forgot my jacket.
You don't have to, there's no holding on. This is a commercial break. What's up, you guys? I hope your Monday has been blessed. I hope all of your dreams come true, at least for the rest of the day. Welcome back, Morning Coffee. We've been off since, I would say, right at the beginning of spring. Last week in March. Had to take time off so you can sit back and troubleshoot stuff, which you're doing. If you find that we're constantly implementing new stuff, I know people going like, just get to the show. Don't tell me all about that engagement stuff. It don't make any difference. So in the meantime, hey, we miss you guys, at least for today. That's at least.
What can I say?
Right.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, and it is good to be back, you all. See, I had to don my full apparel here because, like Vic said, we're pioneering and doing so many things today. And so it's been fun. Been a crazy morning. First things first. Happy Cinco de Mayo, holiday gone by. I want to say it to all my folks of Mexican descent. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Because Cinco de Mayo is a special day. And it's also an excuse to have some fun and get a little high.
Sure.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. May is National Golf Month. Here's a joke to get you in the swing of things. Why did the golfers get kicked out of the library? Their pants were too loud.
Oh, no.
I'm leaving that one alone, bro.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. For those who don't know, Mother's Day is coming. I hope that you are prepared, those of you who still have mothers around to celebrate. And mine is still here, and so I'm going to be celebrating. But you got to remember, Mother's Day is coming. So we're programming Alexa. Alexa, remind me to call Mom on Mother's Day.
What time Sunday should I remind you?
About 9 o'clock, 9 a.m.
Okay, I'll remind you Sunday at 9 a.m.
Hey, Alexa. Alexa, give me an idea for Mother's Day.
Give Mom the gift of self-care and treat her to an appointment for a massage or a mani-pedi.
Oh, okay. Give it up for Alexa, y'all. Alexa's artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has helped me out. I tell you, it's working. Oh, by the way, celebrate my Howard mug. Got my Howard mug. Unfortunately, there's no coffee in this Howard mug today. But it's a grand Hemsley tradition to have the big-ass mug. It's like when you graduate stuff. My father did this. We see when you graduate, you get to buy the big-ass mug and a sweatshirt. And so when I graduated Howard, in order to follow in the family tradition, I also got the big-ass mug. The big-ass mug. And the funny thing about the big-ass mug, don't walk in and find other people drinking out your big-ass mug. You be like, that's my big-ass mug.
That's right.
It's one of those, So anyway, I decided that the big-ass Howard University mug has to at least sit in and on the show. So we're sitting in. Big-ass mug. Big-ass mug. All right, you guys. I don't know about you, but the holiday season, which is now, sort of past, we always do special reminders of people that, being single is sometimes difficult for the holiday season. But this is the time of year with those of us who are single through the holidays, we really get to sit back and enjoy life. Why? Because all those other folks are in debt. Their credit cards are charged all up. They're all stressing out from the past Christmas and Easter and Valentine's Day, all that shit. Their credit cards are all charged up. And those of us who are single, at least we didn't accumulate debt. A few of us might actually have saved a few things. Where's my... Thank you. So I just want to remind people that I, too, being a single person, and enjoying this moment of increased finance due to my singleness. Now, if you could only get past your birthday, your own birthday, because then you got to buy them shit and take them place.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. See, sounding jaded. Try not to sound jaded, Vic.
Yeah, well, you are. It's easy to point out the things you do, but there's some women out there going like this, huh? But you don't have no soulmate on your tip, do you?
No, I don't have any. But I have been.
Right.
I have paid in the years past.
Oh, see, yeah, that's a cop out.
It got me. Everybody's going, Mario, you sound so bad.
Right.
Anyway,
Right.
well, it's not all like that. All right, we do have a few announcements, you guys, because that's the way it is in the Morning Coffee Show. We have the full show today, which includes the news, we got the sports, we got the hot picks, we got a bunch of stuff, you guys. You know, and so I got some announcements coming up in a second, but first, we need to do the weather. Da-da-da-da! People say, why, Mario, why? Why, Mario? They say that. They do. Why, Mario? Why do the weather? We do the weather to make us aware of the situations of our friends and family in other places. That's why. See, we want to know how their day is going. It's an act of kindness, stepping outside ourselves. So first of all, let's do the weather here. Alexa, what's the weather in Compton, California?
Currently, in Compton, California, is 66 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect intermittent clouds, with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 57 degrees.
There you go. All right, now how about this? Up in Port Townsend, Washington, we have Mac McAllister, the G&M Bureau Chief, HNIC. He's up there in Port Townsend. He is the producer of the weekly syndicated Mac McAllister's Retro Jazz and Blues. So we got Mac McAllister. We got to find out how he's doing. Alexa, what's the weather in Port Townsend, Washington?
In Port Townsend, Washington, it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for intermittent clouds, with a high of 65 degrees and a low of 51 degrees.
Well, Mac, look for that shit. Highs and lows, all kind of stuff. And that's not all. We still got to look around the world because we have friends in Pittsburgh. A lot of friends in Philly and New family. I got family all in New York and Philly. Our family. My family's there. We wish my cousin Kansas a Whaley happy birthday. But we got a bunch of folks, you know, family everywhere. So, in Alexa, what's the weather in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for clouds and showers, with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 53 degrees.
That's not bad for Pittsburgh. 65, Vic. Okay, we got to go down south, though, like to the ATL. So, Alexa, what's the weather today in Atlanta? Alexa, weather, Atlanta.
Currently, in Atlanta, Georgia, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Today, you can expect mostly sunny weather, with a high of 83 degrees and a low of 58 degrees.
Give it up for Alexa. You working here this morning. Yeah, that's what we've been doing. I've been adding this artificial... Yeah, all right, that's enough. I've been adding this artificial intelligence, adding it, because the other intelligence and stuff isn't going too well either, so I figured artificial, you know, and but we're behind on things. We're behind on things because some things are scary. I want everyone to know that our blow-up co-hosts, of which I actually ordered 2 from China, the first blow-up co-host is here. It's a little scary, though. It's a little scary. It's a little scary, you guys. It's a little scary. So, when they in the bag, they're a little creepy. See, when they come, the blow-up co-host, they like in a plastic bag like this. So it looks kind of creepy. You don't know if Jeffrey Dahmer sent you a Christmas package. You know, the little hands and legs. So I posted some pictures online, and I guess I should have pulled it up, but so it be it. But I want everyone to know that the blow up co-hosts. Because amazingly, they do that silicone. Just saying. So as soon as Vic and I have some time, Miko was going to help because she thinks it's hilarious, but she thinks it's a little weird too. So we got to blow up the co-hosts, and I want you to know that's coming. Blowing up the co-hosts. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, Alexa, give me that birthday roundup.
Today's birthday stars include poet Robert Browning, born 1812, actor Gary Cooper, born 1901, quarterback Johnny Unitas, born 1933, disco legend Thelma Houston, born 1946, and 90s pop star Eagle Lighcherry, born 1971. Additionally, today in 1824 was the world premiere of Ludwig van Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in Vienna, Austria.
How did I miss that shit? That's Alexa. Alexa, we working her today. We get a lot. I told you, upcoming this week, you guys. Tomorrow night, The Quiet Storm, live interactive DJ experience. The theme for the night is The Heat Is On. One of those themes right now, you have no idea what kind of music that is. Will I do that intentionally? Moi? I'm just saying. So the theme tomorrow night is The Heat Is On. We go in search of Nepenthe. Now people say, but I don't understand. Well, Nepenthe is a term that I got from Edgar Allan Poe from the poem The Raven, when he says, quaff, oh quaff, this kind Nepenthe. And I looked it up, and Nepenthe is a mythical Greek potion that banishes sorrow. And that's what I've been calling weed ever since. You get that from that's the kind of eclectic shit you get. Only here at Pax Stereo TV on Morning Call with Mario. Now you know about Nepenthe, Nepenthe, Nepenthe. So The Quiet Storm tomorrow night, The Heat Is On, in search of Nepenthe. And I actually have some Nepenthe right here. That's some wonderful shit. Okay. On Friday, the Mario's Magic Mixtape, we got the CD number 4 as we go through the series of the Pax Stereo, the independent music label. We go through the CD releases. This is CD release number 4. The other stuff, not on the CD, by the Hemsley Foster Project. And we'll be going through that and premiering that on Friday. Also on Friday, Vic, we were supposed to have, unfortunately we had to cancel for some last minute things came up for Miko. Right. Always she's subject, all of us are subject to opportunities where we have to change.
Right.
But this coming Friday, we're looking to get Miko back, huh?
Absolutely, man. It's the way of the world. Like you said, multiple projects in not development, in production, and getting paid. So you always have to shift. So, everything's on demand anyway.
Things on demand.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, check this out. You may have noticed, and some of you may be experiencing right now if it's working. Let me see. If it's working right now, some of you may actually be experiencing the Live 365. So I don't see one of them, but well, we'll see whatever. But right now we are simultaneously broadcasting in high def to Facebook and also to YouTube, you guys. And we're doing the Live 360 to Facebook and to YouTube also.
Mm-hmm.
Live 360, I believe. Yeah, there it is. So all of that is going on, and so far, so good. You guys, we're doing more stuff. And I've been studying. Check this out. This is one of my new announcements. LinkedIn. How many of you guys use LinkedIn or Instagram? Well, Vic and I have been doing our due diligence, and you're going to see expanded roles at my lunch. Some of you may have seen this morning's, Vic, before this show, 7 posts were automatically done just to announce this show.
Right. Okay.
So I'm on that thing. I'm trying to follow the lead of Victor Allen, everybody. See, Victor Allen, he's leading in the social, he's the social media guru here, Pax. What's that?
Remember, you up the audio.
I up the audio for the camera.
For the camera. So, trade off.
Where was I?
Correct.
Anyway, I followed Victor Allen's lead in social media. We do have what we call extreme social media.
Yes.
It's extreme. extreme in all ways because it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
And even more, when you come into a live event, we ask you to stream the event because part of the concept of streaming social media includes the concept that you can watch an event from a variety of viewpoints.
Right.
And that everybody in there with a phone who's broadcasting represents a viewpoint. So even in here at Pax Stereo TV, right now we're broadcasting. That's what we do it, you guys. I'm hipping this to you. Hipping you to this. So you can be aware of this emerging technology. You say black people don't do this. Well, it goes to show you. But it's that emerging technology. So now we got improved scheduling and I'm hooking up LinkedIn. Just hooking it up, and I hooked up Instagram. I'm using it. I'm meeting a bunch of Instagram people. Y'all kind of freaky deaky. The Instagram folks, y'all just share pictures. It's just sharing. Sharing.
Right.
I remember that from the 60s, the concept of sharing, love you, the one you're with.
Right.
So I guess Instagram is today's version because they're all into sharing their pictures, their photos, and I must admit, it is something that keeps me up late at night and off of Pornhub. So, all right. Today, too, you guys, I want you to know, today's episode is going to be historic in that this is the first episode in which I'm going to be doing the full workflow to get it up on Amazon Prime. Cross your fingers. Let's see how long it takes Mario to get this episode up on Amazon Prime. A ticking time bomb. Tick, tick. Because we've been working with Amazon, and I've been working on getting a bunch of the videos ready for Amazon. I got 8 of them almost ready. You see, it takes a lot of stuff. We had to do transcriptions, and that's continuing. We're going to have to get this show transcribed as part of the process, because to be on Amazon, you have to have a transcription available. So, all right, enough of that shit. Other than to let you know, you're going to be seeing more and more and more. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. I want you guys to feel there's a new feature. Okay, I got to get it too. I got to sing the first part. We're now going to do the Can Man 30-second membership update and viewer stats. What do you mean? That doesn't sound that exciting? You have to be up late at night smoking for it to work, but let's get the concept. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who can take an update? Take a toke or two. Who can quote statistics with a new point of view? You know who can. You know who can. You know who can because he mixes it with love and makes the world feel good.
You're reading from paper.
I don't know yet. The Can Man. That's the Can Man. 30 seconds. Here we go. Can Man. Can Man needs 30 seconds. That's right. Let me tell you the stats. Membership update at PaxStereo.tv, where you should be watching right now. 5379, 5,379 members at Pax Stereo Club Pax Stereo, 2,418 members. And how about those viewership stats? At livestream.com, 11,806,000, and LZ 3.2. At I messed it up. At YouTube, 1.5. At Morning Coffee YouTube, 476,000. At Hot Picks at YouTube, 493,000. And even new sports coming up hard, Vic, 99,000. Everybody! That's
This is about the loudest I've heard you since we're in the record label.
You know what? What my note said?
What?
Add energy.
That's volume.
Volume, not energy.
Yeah, right.
All right, we're gonna come back a little bit with new news. Pick. I got news today. My news. Where's my news? My news is.
See, watch this.
Where's my news, man? See what's happening. Okay, my news is. Let me see. The new normal continues as the Trump camp circles the wagons and prepares for war. And then I have a commentary on Kanye West. Okay, in terms of marijuana, weed prices are dropping pretty remarkably. And I'm going to take you to Wake and Bake and tell you about the experience Victor and I had at America's Amsterdam-inspired coffee shop. How about you, Vic? What you got?
First of all, I'm going to give love where love is deserved. What's
Oh,
up, Sophia? How you
shit.
doing, Sophia Janelle? I can't wait for you to get here, too. Yes, trying to keep up.
Fine ass Sophia.
Where see, since you're not like
She's talented too.
So now he's See, he don't want to talk to the chat people because he's got paper and product in hand, right?
Something's in hand.
Yeah, right. So
I got both hands in my pockets. I'm not counting change.
right. So hey, look. The reason why I'm getting on him, guys, is because he has hair and I don't. But check it out. This is what I'm about to do. For those of you who use a reference to information. I'm going to go hot picks first. Wikipedia's most controversial people. And there's a catch to it. And we're going to find out, somebody should be on the list. And surprisingly, who is on that list. Sports, what do you guys expect me to talk about? The NBA, right. Okay, the NBA. I'm not going to even talk about the sweepstakes. That's what it's called. Because it's going to be the sweepstakes. In the meantime, we're going to talk about the matchup everybody's waiting for in the East and in the West. Also, anybody following Vegas sports? If you're not, I'll remind you.
I'm betting.
All right, got to do this. Also, how can Boston Celtics? I know everybody's going to talk about the Lakers. Can't. They're not playing right now. Tatum, Brown, Rozier. How can that three, or even +4 with Horford, get further than the big three in OKC? Ouch. Where is it going from here? We're
I
going to
like
talk about
Horford, though. I've been a loud fan of Horford. This is a strange year for me in terms of who I'm rooting for. Teams I never rooted for in the past, like Utah. I'm rooting for Utah.
No. This is more about how can you add a George and an Anthony to a team and you get exited out the same way you did last year without them. What does that say?
There's no easy fixes.
No, it's not.
Hello to Mac McAllister in the chat room. Phil Cuthbert, PMC, what's happening? Ray Ibarra, what's happening, Ray? You got to say hello to all of our associates out there. They're doing it. Thank you again to all the Facebook folks who are watching in and being part of the experience, the people who like, who have been commenting. Mario Picasso, thank you, Mario. I actually am behind Vic. I'm reaching out to Mario. That's on me. Mario, we hope you're doing fine. Been doing some of the same challenges I do. So again, a lot of our friends out there in the chat room, hello to you, and thank you for being part of this experience. Turning off the phone. Now, the latest, not this week's, but the latest slideshow experience, and then we're going to be back for some news. Everybody, enjoy.
You can
Wonderful music, wonderful visuals indeed. Subject of that, Mika Williams, and I guess James Malbrough. That I have to admit, I love doing those. I love doing the slideshow animations. It's an ongoing feature here at Pax Stereo TV, and one that is symbolic of the things that we do. We take the simple things that we do and turn it in.
Right.
It started out that Vic was taking pictures after the shows of our guests.
Right.
We needed to have some pictures. And since he was doing that, we decided to start broadcasting that.
Yeah.
And then I started making slideshow animation of that, and then we started catalog.
Yeah.
And then the skill set grew.
Yeah.
We invested in ourselves, and now, Vic, look at what you're doing. And so,
yeah, man.
wonderful,
Trying.
Wonderful. Okay, you guys, let me see if I got everything ready. We got to get ready for the news. Are you ready for some news? Morning Coffee News segment. There we go. Ready? Oh, man, no wonder this is what happens with Apollo 7.
Yeah, man.
See, some stuff's not. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. We call it the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Ooh. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Not necessarily in that order, but so be it.
Right.
This week, Vic, I have to start out by talking about the issue of our good brother Kanye West in the news consistently, with everybody and their mother having to respond to his postings about slavery. There's been a bunch. I know you've seen some of it, Vic. I mean, just without re-reporting all the specifics. You've been taking in all this stuff with Kanye, the whole issue with him. He came on. He said that slavery was a choice. He talked about that he got liposuction because he didn't want people to laugh at him like Rob. Just a bunch of behavioral issues, Vic. So I don't know, just before I even get... have you been noticing it?
I'm sorry, man. Look, man. Look. Okay, I believe there's a narrow bandwidth of neutrality. When I say that, most people come into this world thinking everybody is really in this wide area of thinking similar. And I say, well, the wake-up call will come when you go like, history got us here with a lot of leadership. And you're reminded that a lot of people had a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. And they say freedom of expression. But they did not say you have to qualify your freedom of expression first. They said, I get to talk. So success has taught me something, that a lot of people are successful. And they didn't have to necessarily equate that to their mindset. And then some people are terribly smart. Mindset, right? And some people are geniuses and paupers and can't get a living. I'm just reminded of, I said, this is the greatest reality show. And it's only going to get better. And you guys, it's like, are you ready for the download? I kept saying this, are you ready for the download? Can you handle this? And I'm going, Kim goes like this, I'm standing by my man. Should anybody else?
Half the black women are already mad at her because she got with her brother. All the dynamics, what cracks me up about Kanye and Kim is all the dynamics that no matter when you're discussing it, or who you're discussing it with.
Right.
There's a bunch of hidden dynamics that people are responding to. If you're talking to a young Jewish person, they have their own dynamics relative to a young black person versus to a young Armenian person. I mean, there are cultural things. The sisters are kind of pissed that he's with her. The international folks, that don't bother them at all.
No.
A bunch of them.
No.
you know, and the you know, and all of this goes into people's evaluation of him. So there we go. They're responding to it because of that. That's my whole point, Vic. My whole point about Kanye, and my point on this today is why this is really common and really sad, is that people are focusing so much on the message and not on the messenger. And what Kanye has really been doing to me, Vic, it's been a cry for help. I say this because, and let me preface this too, I'm not a Kanye West fan. I play some of the songs, but I'm not a big Kanye West fan or any of that. I do end up following a lot of what he does because he's in the news.
Right.
He's in the media. So my response, my issues with Kanye today, Vic, have to do with my 30 years as a pediatrician, doing mostly emergency. I can recognize people who are in the midst of psychological stress. That's what this man is. The reason why you don't see me jumping on Kanye is because every time I look at him,
right,
I see signs of the stress. And he's not the only one. I'll go on record because I'm not saying it to call the folks out, but saying that they deserve maybe our empathy, if not sympathy, maybe our empathy and just what they're going through because it's an issue of mental illness. Markel Fultz, that's currently on the 76ers, is another example.
right.
People don't want to talk about it, but these are people that we see in the media who are going through psychological, potentially psychiatric type issues. Kanye has gone, when you've had a quote unquote breakdown,
Right.
or a psych hospitalization,
Right.
of what I understand, he's had more than one.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you something about the person's inner strength, ability to cope with things. So
Absolutely.
Kanye's a person I think who deserves our empathy. And I believe there's learning there for a couple reasons. When I said this about Michael Jackson before and other famous people. When you see them have troubles, recognize what their celebrity did not do for them. I'll say it again. When you see them in their struggles, recognize what their celebrity did not do for them. It doesn't keep your loved ones living. It doesn't give you true love and affection. And so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
What it does give you access is the more ways to act out and be extreme, more drugs, more alcohol, more everything. So it allows you the freedom of a lifestyle that can focus merely around your indulgence. So there it goes. So we know, therefore, of unhappy, successful people. That's a cliche.
Yeah.
That's a
Look,
cliche.
let me say this. I remember the first thing. Does he have more than enough resources to get the assistance he needs? Specialized assistance, focused assistance, right?
That's the blessing, even though I would also say that usually when you're in the throes of that kind of emotional disease, you're not so empowered
Money
to
makes
make
no
the
difference.
But we say that because our own personal experiences with people who, and again, most people who don't have those resources. As far as I said before, as a doctor, as far as I know, there is no good mental health coverage in the whole United States of America. I will say it again, or show it to me.
So people will.
Kaiser's was probably one of the best, and still is inadequate.
So
Wholly inadequate.
So I remember a quote, and I apologize if I get this wrong or not quite accurate. It's an old school actor and very well known, Henry Fonda. I remember Jane Fonda giving what they call her kind of, included with this whole total program about how great her father was, and said he was a better father on film than he was at home.
Well, somebody's right. That makes sense.
See, so and
I would hope.
And look, here's the part. There are people we drive by who are way worse than Kanye. They don't have a voice. Nobody's going to listen to them. should we set aside special conditions for Kanye?
No, I think we should I think we should have special conditions for all of them.
Yeah.
My point being that I think that we need to take a moment to stop and look around it. Because I'm going to tell you as a doctor, you're just missing the amount of mental illness, depression that is around you. There is so much depression. I don't remember the latest stats, but I know that in the course of their lifetime, most people will experience at least one major depressive episode.
Right.